Mongoose Jake here with another blaster to unbox for you guys. This time it is the Adventure Force Max Morpher. Of course, this is built by Busby and available exclusively through Walmart and Walmart.com. What it is a spring-powered, kind of adaptable, pump-action, cylinder-fed blaster. And it comes with the blaster plus 20 darts, because it has a 10-round capacity, times 2, double the darts. As typical Busby and Adventure Force packaging, that you get more darts than you need. We're going to go ahead and open this up. I will note that now they are switching over to typical zip ties instead of the older plastic coated metal twist ties that they always used to use. And this makes it easier to get out, so just pull out a knife and cut away from yourself. Okay, here we are with the darts and the blaster out. And of course, the unique function of this is that you can actually have this closed, still fire the blaster. Man, it doesn't even sound like it's an air restrictor there. You can flip this back to act as a stock, and then that, as you can see, that cylinder rotates on prime. And you can also hit this release button to release the barrel, flip it up, and now you have a top prime style blaster. Get that C in. Or let's go crazy, flip it all in together and you have one very chunky pistol. Kind of neat all around. I'm sure there's people that are going to really like that system, but of course, for me personally, that makes a nice little cylinder fed rifle. But we're going to throw some darts in it and see what I think. I will note this, we're going to talk about the ergonomics here in a second, but I will note that grip is nice and chunky, but it's a little short, especially with the stock folded around. Now if I flip the stock up and forward, I get a little more room to get some more purchase on that grip. Not a deal breaker. I would still use it, but the stock does kind of get in the way a little bit. But again, I'll talk about the ergonomics more here in a second. Let's load up some darts and get some test firing. Okay, here we are. As always, the Holly tree is about 65-70 feet away, and I've got the Max Morpher here rested on my railing, so it'll be nice level shots, at least for the first few. We'll give it a try. It advertises 100-foot range, and I will do actual range tests as well as chronograph readings of this before I do my full review. Well, level shots are hitting right around the base of the tree, so we're looking at, 60 to 70 foot range is flat. Long distance darts are what's included, and they're going everywhere. Hey, that one went in the tree. Let's put some up angled towards the ditch. The ditch is about 120 or so feet away. And that landed about 10 feet short of that. Got a few more shots, we'll fling them off. Last one's in the tree. Oh, it fell down. Mongoose Jake here with my first impressions of the Max Morpher after unboxing it and doing a quick little firing demonstration outside. So far, I kind of like it with one catch so far. And I like the whole features, being able to hit the barrel release button, flip it up, run it as a carbine, and it still actually function and fire in that, and then be able to instantly flip it back and fire it again. That's very neat. Now, this again does not have slam fire. As expected, Busby blasters other than the Sidewinder and Barbarian don't use slam fire. And they do that by using a very neat hamp style performance, hamp style mechanism. But the stock here, I'm going to touch on the ergonomics like I said I would do in the outdoor version, or outdoor portion of my review. This stock is nice. It's actually wider than normal, and while the corners do dig in a little bit, I mean, unless you're really pulling in, you're not going to feel that. But it's got a nice length to it, and that's easily foldable out of the way if you don't want to use it, and you just want to run around with it as a, basically like a really long pistol. But overall ergonomics, I'm going to give a nice positive to. The only thing is that, if you look at my hand, that grip is a little short. Now, I'm okay with grips to be slightly short if they provide a good amount of purchase on the rest of the grip. And this does. It's actually far chunkier. Would I love for this thing to be at least 1 inch longer? Yes, I would have. However, The rest of the ergonomics are pretty nice. And Busby, I'm actually going to flip the barrel out of the way so you can see this, because that's very neat, very nice of them. Busby actually took the time to slim down the shell here to where you can access both sides of the cylinder. Now I'll get real close so you can see that. You can load from either side, so whether you're right or left-handed, it's easy to get to. And then of course you can always throw that barrel back forward. And with good performance from this, I actually did throw a few shots over the chronograph and found that it was firing in and around the high 70s to low 80s, which is fine. That is Busby's normal mark. See, Nerf shoots at around 70 feet per second stock, whereas Busby tends to shoot at around 80 or a little higher in stock form for most of their pump action springers. This Max Morpher is no different. Now, of course, it is Adventure Force, which means that it's available exclusively through Walmart, and I will put a link in the description below where you can find that. Now, if you're looking to say, is it worth buying? My first impression would be yes. The blaster has good power compared to its competitors. For a non-magazine fed, it holds 10 shots, which is more than enough to remain usable. And with ease of reloading, being able to throw darts in on, grabbing the shots that I threw over the chronograph, grabbing those and throwing them in on either side makes it nice. And a manually rotatable cylinder means you can always, if you've thrown them in wherever, you can always find your next shot, then prime the blaster, and be ready to fire. So it'd be fun and usable without having to buy mags and without having a lack of power. So this would be great for backyard fun, or for those of us who just want something a little different. Being able to flip and fold it is nice and makes it convenient to store and transport. So the Adventure Force Max Morpher by Busby, this is yet another blaster, and I'm going to come off as sounding as a major fan of them, because I am. I think it's another blaster they've definitely hit a home run with, and I will test this long term and see if my opinion changes. But first impressions of this very neat morphing blaster is extremely positive. I don't have anything to complain about other than I wish they could have thrown another inch of plastic down here for the grip, but that's just me as an adult wishing for an adult size grip. But it's still not uncomfortable, and I actually find myself quite liking this. So that's Mongus Jake with my unboxing and initial opinions on the Busby blaster known as the Adventure Force Max Morpher. Available exclusively through Walmart. Link will be in the description below where you can buy your own. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.